This video is sponsored by Buy.jp. You can use Buy to make purchases from stores and auction sites in Japan. Stores like Toys R Us. Yeah, Japan still has Toys R Us. Or Amazon Japan. I've bought a lot of Blu-rays from there. You can shop the Japanese Disney store, the Sega store. You can even shop the official Godzilla store. And new stores are being added all the time. It's like having the coolest mall right at your fingertips. Buy will take care of language barriers, currency conversions. All you have to do is add what you want to the Buy cart. Start a new account using my link below and you'll get 2,000 yen of free money to start your shopping spree. Just click the link in my description and happy shopping! Playtime! Yay! A while back I did a couple of videos on the mid-1990s Trendmasters micro battle playsets, heads of Godzilla characters that opened to reveal a full miniature play environment. But around this time, Trendmasters also went big. The 1995 dealer's catalog presents a bigger playset called Godzilla Attacks New York. You get a posable Godzilla with a spring-loaded mouth. Fire thermonuclear blasts at the famous landmarks of the New York City target range. Yeah, it was kind of a target range game more than a playset, because you could launch these projectiles from Godzilla, and hitting one of the 5 targets would cause a spring-powered explosion. It was a cardboard diorama with the New York City skyline being wrecked. And is that the twin? Oh. This set came with 4 little army men, a tank, and of course the Godzilla. This particular set wound up becoming a JCPenney exclusive, sold in a box like this, with the name Godzilla Attacks New York Missile Blaster Set. And these pictures I've been showing you come from the collection of KeystoneKaiju, who was nice enough to send me these to show you guys. Thanks. Now other stores got this set, the Godzilla Attacks New York Giant Playset, with a base twice as long as the first set and an extra building. On its instructions, this is referred to as the Deluxe Missile Blaster Set, and it really is. It's a deluxe version of the first target game I just showed you. Also, this dealer's catalog calls it Godzilla Destroys New York rather than Godzilla Attacks New York, because something is not truly a Godzilla collectible unless it has multiple names. It looks like Godzilla has human hands and he's playing with a Godzilla toy. It looks like Trendmasters Monster Island buddies. The back has the biographies of the Godzilla monsters and their toy counterparts during this run of the King of the Monsters toy line, when Biollante, Gigan, and Batra started to be included. I will always love these biographies. What a noble attempt to sum up entire Heisei-era Godzilla movies in one short paragraph. So you get the base with its 3 holes for the spring boxes. I like that the Godzilla logo is on the side of the base too, that's a nice touch. And it's got a new backdrop that looks more realistic than the other set. There's the Statue of Liberty, at least she's still standing, and oh, geez, this one looks even worse than the other one! Oh, man. That's, the background attaches pretty easily via these big nubs. And there you have it, a diorama of New York City getting wrecked. These sets come with a 4-inch Mecha King Ghidorah figure, which is really cool. He's supposed to be on the good side in this lore, defending New York from Godzilla. Yeah, so if you remember, the 4-inch figures were the smaller action figures. Here's a 6-inch Mecha King Ghidorah for comparison. But I actually think this diorama works great with either sizes, as I'll show you in a little bit. So you shove these 3 spring boxes into their respective holes. They're like bobbleheads when they're not set. You put these buildings together on the spring boxes. This one's the Empire State Building. This one's going to be the Army bunker, which fits right on top of there. This is a special spring loader for a helicopter that you clip to the back of the base, and that'll make this little helicopter fly away. Now these spring mechanisms can actually be really sensitive if, oh, yep, there it goes. There's also a spring-loaded bridge, but I'm missing a few parts of that one. And the Chrysler building has a spring-loaded top as well, which makes the roof launch off like a rocket ship getting the hell out of Dodge. Bold of me to push the spring boxes into lock position after putting the buildings on them. But there we go. Everything is locked and loaded, and it's all on a hair trigger. I'm nervous to sneeze around this set without setting off an explosion. But I do have one criticism about this kind of being half shooting gallery, half playset. As I mentioned, it came with a 4-inch Mecha King Ghidorah, so it would have made some sense if it also came with a 4-inch Godzilla to properly scale with him. But instead, it comes with the spring-loaded shooting Godzilla, who, as you can see, is just much bigger. I mean, the scales of the entire playset are obviously all over the place, but I like when at least the monsters are about the same size. The set comes with 5 tanks and they do the job. The tops can swivel and they look good enough for what this is. And getting 5 of them is pretty generous. You can make it drive down this road and flatten a cop car, oops. Yeah, I don't love that there are other vehicles baked into the art here, but it's fun. Let's spread some tanks around. And you get 20 of these little army men. Not much range here in their positions. No bazooka guy. But you can strategically spread these guys around. Now this set works with any Trendmasters monsters really. There's no reason to just stick with the 2 they give you, and that's what I do like about it. If you can work around the sensitive spring mechanisms, then this will make a nice display diorama for your figures. And if you stick with 4-inch figures, you can fit a lot of guys in this environment and still have plenty of breathing space. It's a big base with a lot of room. And look, here are some 6-inch monsters in this set. It still works and there's still ample room. But let's go back to just the box contents. It really is beautiful. But alright, it's time for a Godzilla attack, and here he comes. Damn, these missiles have force. Holy crap, that building got obliterated and took some soldiers with it. Boom, there goes the army bunker. Now for the Empire State Building. Did you see the way that building jumped in the air? This demands a replay. Hell yeah, it's all very theatrical. There's a lot of spectacle in this set. Get out of here, helicopter. Look at this mess. That's the rub. With a game like this, it's a lot of setup for short play. But the play is fun and satisfying, so let's set it up again and do it again. Boom! Hell yeah! Raw! So even though this is kinda half playset, half shooting game, I think it's pretty neat that it tries to be both at once, but it is right on the line. It looks awesome. Imagine they released a few more cities like this, like they did with the micro battleheads, like a Godzilla Attacks Los Angeles giant playset. Still, I'm happy with what we got. And if you're a Trendmasters collector, I definitely think this is worth having. Let me know if you had this set back in the day, or if you've collected it since, and what you think about it. Until next time.